Hello everyone, and we are descending Macquarie Pass. This very popular descent is a section of the Illawarra Highway connecting the southern highland town of Robertson and the coastal town of Albion Park. Starting from the Pie Shop, make your way north along this very well surfaced but very challenging 12-kilometre section of road to the base of the descent. The intersection we're approaching is Tourist Drive right about now, and you can also start the descent from this point, as many do. This is a very technical descent and is considered by many as one of the best going around because of its sheer length, and it features a very smooth bitumen roadway surface. The corners are numerous in number, and they range from some very fast sweeping bank turns to some very tight and narrow hairpin corners. As such, it's quite notorious for accidents, so all riders are urged to use caution and some good judgment. And as we approach the base to where the cars are parked, that's where the segment ends. This particular morning I'm with my two club teammates, Ian and Nico, and we're just doing some hill repeats up and down the Mac Pass for some training, and it's a good opportunity for me to do a video considering we're just cruising along and we're not taking it too seriously. Most of this road is 2 lanes with double white no overtaking lines in the centre, however some sections are shared single lanes. You can see a lot of debris on the shoulder, and that's because we've had some wild winds in Sydney over the last couple of days, and when that happens it can blow branches and sticks onto the road, so you need to be very careful when you're descending, especially around the blind corners. You can see that Nico is riding just to the right of the white line, and that's probably the safest place to be because you're more predictable and you're less likely to weave in and out of the shoulder, especially if you're trying to dodge the debris. Mac Pass is very popular with cyclists, but it's also used by buses and trucks. It's currently 7:30 AM in the morning and traffic is reasonably light. That tends to pick up significantly as the day goes on, so I certainly recommend that you do most of your riding and training during the early hours of the morning to avoid this. I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the video to the Tourist Road intersection. That's Tourist Road on the left, and this is the start of the descent. This is a very fast, straight section, and this is where you start to build up your speed. Again, we're just cruising along, and just before we started the descent, I did reassure Nico that I was not going to go past him at any stage. So at least he knew that he wouldn't have to look over his shoulder for me especially. And I think this is really important, especially if you're descending in a group or a bunch with your mates, to have some sort of understanding beforehand, because a lot of times the guy behind can put a lot of pressure on the guy in front and not even realise he's doing it just by the fact that he's there. So we're all in our tuck positions at the moment, and you can see that we've easily reached 60 kilometers per hour just through soft pedaling. we're just approaching a couple of red signs on the left here, and red is the universal colour for danger. And we're approaching the first of the very tight hairpin corners as indicated by the red 15km/h speed limit sign on the left there. And it's safest to take the wide line here because sometimes the buses and the trucks need to take a wider turning arc on the inside. So we're on the sections of the road that are a single lane and it's shared and it's unmarked. A red 25km/h sign, and this corner is slightly off camber. A red 15km/h sign, and this is the second of the tight hairpin turns. Yellow 35 and a series of S-bends approaching. Red 25, which means you need to have done all your braking before you enter the corner.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night.
And this corner is a very good example of why you need to stay alert, because as you can see, there's debris that's right on our line. This next corner dips sharply to the left, so you need to be careful. And this particular one has a double warning sign, so which generally means you need to be extra careful. And some more debris on the ground as well. And we're approaching the clearing, and that signifies the end of the descent. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.